That's actually a really bad thing that I did with my strands, which tells me that hey beautiful curlfriend, I'm Lavalier Latham, your curl-friendly lawyer, and welcome to Find Natural Hair Rocks. Subscribe today to keep your natural hair, beauty, and lifestyle game on lock. Now, today we're going in with the Soultanicals Ayurvedic Butta Shampoo. We are then going to follow up that shampoo treatment, it's like a moisturizing treatment, with this Soultanicals Glide and Go Deep Ayurvedic Fenugreek Mask Treatment. So, you guys are with me right here at the shower, and we're gonna make this happen today. We are definitely going to get these type 4 natural hair curls all the way together. So, let's go. First, we're gonna go in, of course, with the Butta shampoo. As you guys can see, it's got a really nice thick-ish consistency, not too thick to the point where it feels like my strands are overweighed, like weighed down, but you know, good enough to the point where, you know, it can penetrate. So we're just gonna go ahead and give our hair a rinse. If you've got low porosity hair, you definitely want to rinse your strands for a bit longer, and if you've got high porosity hair, your hair should definitely get drenched pretty quickly. So there's another shot of the Ayurvedic Butta shampoo. I'm gonna go ahead and test out that consistency. As you guys can see, it's pretty lightweight. It felt very smooth to the touch, and it definitely went into my strands super easily, which was very, very surprising. To be honest with you guys, I was not expecting the amount of slip that this shampoo was able to provide. I like to go ahead and just allow the shampoo to kind of sit on my strands, especially when it's a moisturizing shampoo. I do use quite a bit of products throughout the week, and so it's really nice to kind of use the moisturizing shampoo to go ahead and section off your hair. Now, I went and grabbed a little bit more product so that I could focus the product on my scalp. Your scalp is where you want to concentrate with washing your hair. So scrubbing the scalp with the pads of your fingers, not your nails, to avoid unnecessary breakage and to avoid, you know, causing any unnecessary damage to the actual strands. So don't be afraid to give it a good scrub using, again, the pads of your fingers, and then kind of have the product move its way down the strands. Now, this product has a ton of suds action to it, so if you're one of those naturals who enjoy seeing suds in your shampoo, then this is definitely going to be for you. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same thing. One of the things that surprised me with this shampoo was the ability to detangle my strands as I was shampooing them. I really wasn't expecting that. I've used moisturizing shampoos in the past, but this one actually had a performance to it, almost like a deep conditioner. And you know what? Surprisingly enough, the product packaging does say that this shampoo can be used as a moisturizing shampoo, co-wash, and deep conditioner. The scent is actually amazing. Like, curlfriend, it literally smells like a minty chocolate chip cookie. I don't know. If you guys have tried this before in the past, then definitely let me know in the comment box what you think it smells like. But for me, it was just giving me minty chocolate chip cookie vibes. So the product consistency is a bit on the runnier side, and that was a little surprising to me because when I first saw the packaging, it does market itself as a heavy shampoo buttercream. Definitely heavy on the moisture, but not necessarily on the texture, which is fine and dandy for my fine strands. I think that this is the kind of product that would work well for thicker naturals as well as like more finer, thinner texture naturals. It seems to be working well for everybody, especially when I kind of look at like what other YouTubers, other naturals have been saying about this product. We've got one section left, so we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing. Super shout outs to that tag that's at the back of my shirt, totally uninvited and unannounced, but here nonetheless. Girlfriends, if you guys are enjoying Find Natural Hair Rocks, go ahead and give this video a like, and also share it with a friend and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Okay, so shampooing is done. We're gonna go in with the Soultanicals Glide and Go Deep Ayurvedic Fenugreek Mask Treatment, and we're gonna give it an open and look at that texture. It is absolutely beautiful. It definitely has a whipped appeal to it. and it kind of has like a medium to lightweight texture. So this product is definitely really good for both fine and medium strands. I like to cover my hair with a plastic baggie before I go on into the next step, just to make sure that all of the moisture that I've imparted onto my hair kind of stays with it and that it's not drying out. So on first touch, it feels really good, curl friends. It smells almost like a ginger chocolate chip cookie. It smells really good. So if you guys like nice smelling natural hair products, Soultanicals definitely has you covered. Now I'm gonna go ahead and split my hair into sections. I love working in sections with my natural hair because it just keeps everything nice and organized, and it also kind of, you know, gives me the ability to just really focus on the section that I'm focusing on in that moment. Okay, so once you've got your sections, you're gonna go ahead and section it off again, and then you're gonna apply that deep conditioner as close to the roots as possible. You wanna make sure that you're getting the entire strands, including your roots. Now, in terms of this particular deep conditioner, it is an Ayurvedic deep conditioner that's meant to moisturize the strands. It's got many herbal teas and botanicals in it. The top 5 ingredients include distilled water, benhentramonia methysulfate, cetyl alcohol, extra virgin olive oil, and stearimidopropyl dimethylamine. It's also got triphthala, fenugreek, licorice root, and neem powder, pro vitamin B5, amongst a whole bunch of other goodies. After you've gone ahead and finished off that section, we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing to the next section. So again, of course, applying the deep conditioner to your strands from root all the way down to tips, and making sure to kind of ensure that each strand is getting some of that deep conditioner goodness. Now, as you're applying it to your strands, you also want to make sure that you're kind of massaging it in, and maybe even light detangling as well. And don't forget your edges, because all of your hair is going to need a deep conditioning treatment to put back the hydration into your strands. Girlfriend, are you still with me? I absolutely love to roll my hair on itself because I find that this helps the deep conditioner penetrate into the strands a little bit more, while also performing double duty to get it out of the way. So we've got 2 more sections left. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more product. It's such a lovely texture, curl friends, and I'm gonna definitely go ahead and apply it to the top of my hair. Now, curl friends, this is a really nice deep conditioner. Another trick that I like to do before I start parting is to make sure that all the strands are covered in product, and then I go in and part. This allows for the curls to kind of slip past each other without actually breaking off. So the Soultanicals product packaging for this particular deep conditioner says that Ayurvedic hair care strategies for optimizing hair health include strengthening hair growth, luster and shine, aiding and soothing scalp issues, increasing blood circulation, thickening the hair, and so many more. Girlfriends, I will say that as I had this deep conditioner on my scalp, I did get first of all, the slip was fantastic, but I also got kind of like a warm, tingling scalp feeling. Nothing overly, it didn't feel to be too much. It actually felt just right. So I would imagine that warm, tingly feeling was kind of like the blood circulation benefits kind of coming into action. So I did end up leaving that deep conditioner on my hair for the better part of 4 to 5 hours. Totally unintended, but life does get in the way. My hair felt so soft and it felt so conditioned, and the strands were literally just moving past each other. Now, I do have low porosity strands, so I did actually use heat to allow the deep conditioner to penetrate into my strands even more before I went in to detangle. Now, before I went in with this wide tooth comb, I actually did a light detangling session with my fingers, which I will show you on the next section. the benefits of going in with your fingers first and the comb second is that you're able to kind of, remove all of the tangles with your fingers. Now, if you are one of those people who like to use your tools, then just be sure to stop combing when you get to tangles. So it is truly, truly, truly not advised at all to go through knots and tangles with the comb. Like, I just got to one right here, I stopped combing, and I kind of used my fingers to gently pull the strands apart so that it didn't actually turn into breakage. So you'll notice that there's a little bit of like a hang hair on the end of my strands. I hate to see that, curl friends. Honestly, the less of those you see, the better, because oftentimes it could be just a fallen hair or shed hair, but sometimes it could also mean that there might have been a little bit of breakage. So just be careful to avoid those as much as you possibly can. And then, of course, to finish off the section, I'm gonna go ahead and finish twisting this strand and then rolling it up on itself before I continue doing the exact same process once again with this other section. So the detangling process is always the process that you're going to want to have the most amount of patience for. So this is the reason why my deep conditioning treatment, instead of it being the 20 to 30 minutes that I wanted it to be, I actually made it very purposefully a 5-hour deep conditioning treatment, because I knew that I wouldn't have had the patience and the relaxed state of mind to go ahead and detangle it right after the 20 to 30 minutes that I had previously allotted in terms of time. So you want to make sure that you're relaxed. Again, I say this in all my videos. Definitely go ahead and check out the other videos if you haven't seen them already, but patience is truly key. Watch a movie, have a conversation, listen to a good podcast, anything really to put you in that state of deep relaxation so that when you are detangling your strands, you're preserving as many strands as possible without unnecessary, irreparable really, damage. Now for the struggles. Girlfriends, if you're ever in a situation where your clips get caught up in your curls, definitely just slow it right down and work as easily and softly as possible to get them out. What's your favorite deep conditioner for slip, girlfriend? Let me know in the comment box, because for this particular Glide and Go Deep Ayurvedic Fenugreek mask treatment, I did feel like it had a good amount of slip to it. I also really appreciated the fact that it is Ayurvedic in nature, which is something that I'm trying to incorporate into my natural hair regimen a little bit more than I had in the past. Lately, I've been really leaning more towards Ayurvedic type of natural hair ingredients, because Ayurveda has a way of just like thickening the strands, improving circulation, and just overall being a really fantastic choice for natural hair. Now, if you've got hair like me and it's finer in nature, this particular mask is actually going to help to thicken your strands and increase your hair volume, because it does have the active compound of triphala, which is known to repair damaged hair. And the product also claims to reduce dandruff. I don't have a ton of dandruff, but if you are someone who has dandruff, this is definitely going to help you. Now, for the reasons I stated earlier in this video, I do think that this is a deep conditioner that can work well for both fine and thick strands, because the fenugreek is able to stimulate blood flow to your scalp, and the licorice root really does to help to open your pores and strengthen the weakened hair follicles. So whether you've got thick strands or fine strands, it's always good to help to prevent any type of hair loss that might be starting to accumulate on the scalp. So here's a little curl poppage for you. That is evidence that this deep conditioner is definitely working. Girlfriend, do you have different curl patterns across your hair? I noticed that the back of my hair has a looser curl pattern, the hair is a bit more smoother, and it responds to pretty much everything in a different way. Let me know if you're anything like me. If you're like me, you definitely have different curl patterns across your entire head of hair, and yeah, it just is a part of being natural at this point for you. For my hair, everything with this particular section is just a little bit easier. You know, detangling it, twisting it on up, just everything just moves a little bit easier when it comes to these strands. But that's okay. It just means I have even more time to give extra TLC to the areas of my hair that need it most. Now, curl friends, if you are enjoying this video and you like Find Natural Hair Rocks, then definitely join us for our next Curl Chat live stream. It's going to be on Monday, February 15th, where we're going to be discussing a topic that the Curlfriend crew, so you, have chosen. So definitely keep it locked on Find Natural Hair Rocks so that you could be a part of that live stream fun. Another idea for if you're in your wash day process and you're kind of needing a little bit of motivation or some stimulation to not get bored, definitely consider watching other hair tutorials. I know that I, for one, like to watch my favorite YouTubers. Shameless plug. If you guys want to check out even more Find Natural Hair Rocks videos, there are tons of playlists available. Everything from deep conditioner reviews to tutorials to, you know, past Curl Chat live streams. They're all there, ready and available for your viewing pleasure. So similar to what I was mentioning to you before, this particular section is always a little bit, it requires just a bit more. The curl pattern is tighter, the hair is finer, and it just overall needs a little bit of extra care. When I get down to the bottom of the twist like that, I don't force it. I usually just leave it because I'm going to be taking these twists down soon anyways after I'm done detangling to make sure rinse out all of that product. Now, as I kind of did the wishbone action there, you don't want to be doing that. That's actually a really bad thing that I did with my strands, which tells me that it's getting to be a little bit too long of a detangling session. But that's okay, girlfriend. It happens to the best of us, and yeah, as long as we limit those instances, we should be a-okay. Alright, so as I go ahead and finish off the detangling session, let's just talk about these final results now, or my final thoughts rather. So, would I repurchase these products? Yes. I would definitely repurchase the Ayurvedic Butta shampoo and the Glide and Go Deep Ayurvedic Fenugreek mask treatment from Soultanicals. The Butta shampoo has a ton of slip, and the Glide and Go Deep, while it doesn't have as much slip as I would have liked, I think there are deep conditioners that have way more slip than this. I do really give it a lot more bonus points for being Ayurvedic in nature. Now, I am done. All of my twists are currently sitting in that deep conditioner in its fully detangled state. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into the shower off camera to rinse this out. Girlfriend, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!